welcome to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we get ready to go here in our second regional matchup here as the host A-Town Tornadoes take on the Cougars from Rova Williamsfield. And my name's Wyatt Reed. I'll be taking you along here this evening as we get this one about underway here. We're less than 2 minutes away according to the clock. We won't have national anthem because we already had that earlier here tonight before our first matchup. Winner of this match will keep their season alive, and they will take on a very tough opponent in the next round against United, who cruised to a win 25-10, 25-10, straight sets win over Bushnell-Prairie City. Bushnell-Prairie City's season comes to an end. One other team's season will come to an end here tonight. Who will it be? Will it be the Tornadoes or will it be the Cougars? We will find out here, and it's good to have you with us here as we get ready to broadcast this one. This one was a matchup that we did earlier here this season at TSSR, as we did that matchup. I can't remember exactly when that match actually took place. However, it was a 2-0 win, 25-17, 25-16 for Rova Williamsfield. Now, that being said, A-Town's been playing a little bit better volleyball here. They had a tough year overall, only had 8 wins. They come in as the 12 seed, as we've got the matchup of the 12 versus 5. That being said, however, the Tornadoes definitely were playing a little bit better down the stretch, including 2 straight wins, one against Havana, a straight sets win, and then one in a 3-set winner against, that was, who'd they play there that week? It was Anawan. When Anawan came to town, the Tornadoes won that one, and I think that one kind of caught a lot of people by surprise, as A-Town, again, hasn't been the best of years, but that being said, it still was a very impressive 3-set winner that we had here on TSSR. And then the following night, they got a 2-0 win over Havana. Now this is when it gets serious. When the playoffs come around here, you want to be playing your best volleyball. And one would argue that A-Town is right there. So, you know, the Rova Williamsfield, they come in as a 5 seed. They've had a wonderful season up to this point, but they may be running into a team that just might be playing some of their best volleyball of the year. So we should be in for a good one here tonight. I have a feeling that it's going to be a good one between these two sides, considering it is a rematch of a match that we had not all that long ago. As we get ready for starting lineups here, as our starting lineups for Rova Williamsfield and your A-Town Tornadoes, we'll have those for you here. And the home team tonight technically will be the Rova Williamsfield Cougars because they are the higher-seeded team. So the A-Town Tornadoes will actually get introduced first, I believe. So they're rocking the pink jerseys here tonight. Emma Gunther, the first starter for A-Town, number 3, the senior. Sydney Teal makes her way out there as well, number 14. She's been playing really good here down the stretch. Charlie Cox, number 7, one of the great servers on this team. Can go on long serving runs while she's out there. Emma Macomb, number 5. She is the senior. A lot of seniors on this roster. Ellie Pompeo making her way out there. The only starter who is not a senior on A-Town is Sophie Kern, announced as the final starter. The only starter who is not a senior for A-Town is one Miss Charlie Cox, and she is a junior. She'll be back next year. Other than that, all the starters on the A-Town side will not, because they are graduating. For Rova Williamsfield, it is Addison Link, number 6. Number 48, that is Megan Erlacher. This is a very good Rova Williamsfield team, too. They put together a 3-set match, I believe, against West Central earlier in the year, if my memory serves me right. Number 33, that is Hannah Gehrig. Number 15 is Sawyer Sechrist. And then we've got a couple of others making their way out there. Number 32, Haven Manning. And number 22, and that is Aaron Welch. The libero here this evening, number 0, is Ella Rigg. So that's your starting lineups for both sides. A-Town does not do a libero in their setup, so they don't have that extra name in the starting lineup. But only 6 will make their way out onto the floor here, as handshakes going on at center court. And we're ready for some volleyball here tonight. Good to have you along. Feel free to get into the comments. But once again, we love hearing from you. your 2 cents on the match, what you're seeing, some reaction, whatever the case may be. We love hearing from you, and feel free to get into those comments as we have those open and are looking at them all match long. Like to react with you guys, the audience, because this is what it's for, the audience. It's all about you guys here, so feel free to get into the comment section if you would like. But our starting lineups here, again, the home side, if you're here at the gym, you're looking at the home side. That is Wethersfield. They're on the home side of the scoreboard here tonight, even though it's at A-Town. A-Town, the host, they are not the home team because they are the lower-ranked team. 5 versus 12. Winner of this one will take on United, and we are underway here as that opening serve punched over. Back by Wethersfield, the Cougars. And there's Charlie Cox going to send it across. Good back and forth here in the early going. That one is just hammered. Oh, my goodness. Sawyer Sechrist just hammers that one off the block and out of play. A 1-0 start for Wethersfield. And I'm going to have to pull up my scoreboard because for some reason I didn't pull it up. Here we go. As that one sent down in play. Nicely done there for the Cougars as they lead this thing early 2-0. Sechrist again with the kill. Sechrist significantly taller on the floor than a majority of her counterparts, and that certainly gives you an advantage in this sport. Sechrist again, that one dug out by Gunther. Gunther will get that one across. Good crowd on hand, especially on the student section side, as that one gets over the net and down to the floor. Oh my goodness gracious, how did that one get across? That kill gonna go down for, let's see who that was. I believe, it's hard to see on my replay here. I think it was Emma Gunther. Or was it Macomb? I think it might have been Macomb. Dug out nicely. That was Gunther, excuse me, that got the kill. Her for A-Town. Blocked at the net by Sechrist and down to the floor again. Boy, Sechrist is making her name known early here. Last time these two teams played each other, she went off in the second set. In the second set alone, she had 5 kills and 2 aces. As that one off the block and down to the floor, that one in play. Nice play by Haven Manning getting on the stat sheet. And Manning, her first kill of the night, makes it 4-1, a 4-1 start here. The libero serving it up, Ella Rigg. As that one tapped over right at the net, and it's Emma Gunther again. Emma's been playing really, really good volleyball here over the last couple of weeks. We've seen it here on TSSR. Jeremy in the comments. I will get to your comment here in just a second. Here is Sydney Teal serving it up. And that one sent back over by Sechrist. And Charlie Cox will tap that one back. 4-2 the start. Dug out by Gunther. Here's Charlie Cox. That one towards the middle. Dug out by the Cougars. Oh, and a miscommunication, and it hits the floor. Jeremy says, appreciate you doing this coverage. I'm stuck in lacrosse this week and was going to miss Sydney's game. Well, you're not missing Sydney's game now there, Jeremy. You are joining us live here on TSSR as Sydney serving it up here tonight, as that one nearly was an ace. It was a good serve there by Sydney just a moment ago. Here is Sechrist, blocked it in front, and there's nobody there to clean it up. Off the block, Sawyer Sechrist, 3rd kill already of the night. 5-3 is the score. Wethersfield with the lead. Number 33, that is Hannah Gehrig serving it. As that one off the block. What a play there by Avery Stiegel. We've seen Stiegel get some more playing time as the season went on for A-Town. She's a junior now. So you expect her to make a big impact next year. And that one gets over. My goodness, what a play. That one then blocked in front by Sechrist. Down to the floor. Boy, the amount of blocks that Sechrist already has in the first 10 points of this match, really impressive. She's a problem. How will A-Town deal with her? She's serving up right now. As that service in, Gunther going to set it up, and a whistle and a violation. Might have been a double tap there by A-Town. I believe that's what the call is. 7-4. Sechrist will do it again. Sechrist will get that one back in play. The return goes over the net, and right there to clean that one up, that is Addison Bird for Rova Williamsfield. A whistle and a timeout, an 8-4 start for Rova Williamsfield. A-Town Tornadoes trying to stop the bleeding here in the early going. We're back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening as you've got regional volleyball, IHSA Class 1A regional volleyball. The A-Town Tornadoes taking on Rova Williamsfield. Winner of this one will take on United, as they were 2 sets winners over Bushnell-Prairie City earlier this evening, as Sophie Kern sends that one out of play by A-Town. So the timeout does not work in A-Town's favor. 9-4 our score. And still serving it up here, the dangerous Sawyer Sechrist. This one goes over for Sophie Kern. Sechrist will set that one up. Might have led her teammate a little too far. A whistle and a violation. Running into the net there. And it is 9-5. Cue the Dolly Parton. Working that old 9-5. As Macomb will get that one in for A-Town. And we're back underway. As that one might have been going out of play. Might have been better set to just let that one go. A little floater over the net. Back over on 2. Dug out nicely by Teal. Here comes Sophie Kern. Kern then hit again at the net. Oh, that one back over the net. Kern better watch her foot there. She went across the halfway mark. Here's Emma Gunther. A good battle between these two. As that one, to the right corner. A nice play. That is Hannah Gehrig. She'll pick up the kill. Gehrig, her first kill of the night, I believe. Yep, number 33. Her first. They gave that to number 29, Olivia Cockell. And then there's a nice kill there in response by Sydney Teal. So 10-6 our score. I'm still trying to figure out how in the world they gave that kill to number 29. Sydney Cockell, or Olivia Cockell. I'm going to stick with mine. I think it's number 33, Hannah Gehrig, who got that kill for Rova Williamsfield earlier here tonight. 11-6 our score. As the service error by A-Town. And now serving it in is Eliza Tucker. A-Town will send that one back across, trailing by 5. And that one hit to the near side, towards the near side. Here is Sophie Kern off the block. Got to go back across. It goes over by Sechrist. And then sending it back over is Addison Bird. Here's Sophie Kern off the block, dug out nicely by Ella Rigg. Charlie Cox to Sydney Teal as that one off the block and down to the floor. Sydney Teal with her second kill of the night. That'll make it 11-7. And then the service into the net off the hands of Sophie Kern. So let's get the scoreboard correct here. There we go. 12-7 now the score. Rova Williamsfield, they'll take over in service, and that is going to be number 6, Addison Link, serving it up for the Cougars. Here's Charlie Cox. Sends it to the near side, and then that one into the net. It won't go down as a kill for Cox. Well, the scoreboard gave her one. I think they gave her one earlier. Yeah, we'll give it to her anyway. We'll give it to her. Keep up with the scoreboard here. 12-8 now to score. Left-handed serve by Emma Gunther. Tap back over on 2. Scrambling a little bit is A-Town. Stiegel will punch that one over. Good crowd here for Rova Williamsfield. You can hear the student section as Charlie Cox sends that one just a little long. Oops. 13-8 the score. A-Town's got a good student section across from us. However, they haven't been making much noise here in the early going. I think if they were going back and forth, we'd really have a fun match here. There is trouble there, setting that one up, and there is Sawyer Sechrist again. My goodness. Sechrist in the match earlier this year against A-Town. I mentioned the second set that she had where she had 5 kills and 2 aces in the second set alone. Finished that match with 7 kills and 4 aces. She is a problem as Sydney Teal. Oh, Sydney Teal going to pick up the kill. Sydney's off to a good start here tonight. She is up to 3 kills on the night here by my count, and now she'll serve up. That one awkwardly hits off the hand of the Cougars, tapped over by Sechrist. There's Stiegel. Oh, a little one-handed punch, but it goes out of play off the hands of Aaron Welch. That'll be Avery Stiegel, her second kill of the night. And that'll make the lead 14-10. Sydney Teal coming back in, gonna serve it up again. Trying to set it up for Sechrist. That one off the block and out of play. Sechrist has got another one. She's got 5 here in the first set. The lead's back up to 5. Biggest lead here so far for Rova Williamsfield. They've led by no more than 5. A-Town since the early going have not been able to get it back to within more than 4. As that one off the net, off the block. Trying to fight it. Unable to get it across are the Cougars, and the Tornadoes will pick up the point. No kill for anybody on the A-Town side. Here's Charlie Cox. Ooh, a rare serving error there for Charlie Cox. And that will make it 16-11. And Sawyer Sechrist will come in and serve it up. Sechrist again, 4 aces. And just right on cue, she gets another one here. 4 aces the last time we saw her here on TSSR against A-Town. And now the lead is as big as it's been so far here tonight. It is a 6-point lead. 17-11. Sechrist, boy, that thing has got some serious juice behind it. And she's got back-to-back aces. Whistling a timeout. A-Town trying to figure out how to stop Sawyer Sechrist. She's up to 5 kills and now 2 aces here in the first set. We're back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening as we are in our first set. Winner of this match will take on United tomorrow night in the A-Town Regional, as that one going to be sent just a hair long as Sawyer Sechrist Tried to get that one on the back line, but it was sent just a little too far. So it's 18-12. Biggest deficit for A-Town was just a moment ago there, a 7-point deficit. So now Emma Macomb will come in as A-Town will try to cut into that deficit. Oh, sent over quickly on 2. Little sneak attack there for Rova Williamsfield. A-Town was ready for it. Good battle here in the first set as Gunther sets up Kern. Kern sends that one wide. Second time tonight that we've seen Sophie Kern send that one just a little long. Kern was very quiet. Well, she had 5 kills, I should say. Not very quiet. Pretty good night there for Sophie. Last time these two teams faced off. And there is Sechrist getting into Kern again. And that one out of play. Back-to-back plays where Sophie Kern has sent it just a little long. And it's 20-12. The service comes in by Manning, almost said Gehrig. It is Manning. High into the rafters it goes, setting it up, and dug out nicely by Macomb. Kern will tap it over. Back over on 2 for Rova Williamsfield. Here's Kern. Kern! Oh, a whistle and a violation. Sophie Kern going to pick up. I'm going to give her a kill. I don't know if the scoreboard will give that to her or not, but I'm going to do it. I'm feeling generous here tonight. 20-13 is the score. As Ellie Pompeo will serve that one in. Sawyer Sechrist into the net, and another point for A-Town. That was a nice serve there by Ellie. There wasn't a whole lot of speed on that one, but it still somehow managed to get to the back, and Sawyer Sechrist had no idea what to do with it. She was kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. And then Ellie Pompeo sends that one into the net. 21-14 our score. More like a football score here in the early going. 21-14. Just need a touchdown if you're A-Town. Service comes in, and that one into the net, tapped down at the net. Nicely done by Addison Bird. As Addison Bird picks up her second kill, and the lead is back up to 8. Tied for the largest lead in this first set. And the Cougars just 3 points away from winning set number 1. Tapped over at the net. Nicely done there by Gunther. Meeting at the net. A whistle. They're going to say Sydney Teal hit the net. Ramona Tinkham, the head coach of A-Town, doing some coaching. Telling her team pretty much not to panic. They've been playing pretty good here so far in this first set. Scoreboard may not say it. They just had a little bit of bad luck in this first set. So it's still got some potential to be a thriller. As that one high into the sky again. Sent back over. Setting it up, Kern again. Kern moving all over the floor here. She was on both sides here so far in this point. There's Kern again. Kern off the block and down. Multiple hits there. Sophie Kern. Give her another kill. She's up to 2 by my tally. And now she'll come in and do the serving duties. This senior, the homecoming queen here at A-Town High School earlier this fall. She is one heck of an athlete. Always fun to watch her compete. I think she does track as well, as that one sent back across. Allison Bird. Ooh, nice little battle here between Bird and Steele. Gunther, here's Steele, or Sydney Teal, excuse me. I don't know why I said Steele. That one down to the floor. Another point here for A-Town. 23-16. A-Town showing a little bit of signs of life here. Rova Williamsfield just needs 2 points to take home set number 1. Bird blocked in front. Here is Cox. Cox gonna tap that one over. Teal tries to send it to the back corner. Rover Williamsfield there to respond. Here's Gunther, a little tap over. Ooh, scrambling a little bit here. Ella Rigg will get it across. Boy, good battle between these two sides here. There's Cox. Well, the crowd wanted a violation on A-Town. They're not going to get it. That one high off the rafters, and it's still going to be in play. What a play by A-Town. Sent back over. Megan Erlacher back in the game here for Rover Williamsfield, as Erlacher now will send it in. Dug out nicely. Here's Cox. This point has been going on for a while. Erlacher taps it over. Kern. Who will blink first? There is an answer right there. That is Sawyer Sechrist. She said she's had enough. That point went on forever. That was a good, 45 seconds right there, it felt like? What a point. That was impressive. Volleyball at its finest here at A-Town High School. Set point here for Rover Williamsfield. As Charlie Cox off the block. Charlie Cox going to get her second kill of the night. 24-17. A-Town will get service again. Emma Gunther will come in and do the serving. As Gunther serves that one up here. A-Town looking to keep this set going. As that one sent back across. Here's Stiegel off the block. And that one sent back to the near side. Stiegel able to save it, but then it is hit down at the net. Nicely done by Erlacher. Megan Erlacher going to pick up the kill, and the first set goes to Rover Williamsfield. The same score that it was the first time these two met. Rover Williamsfield takes set number one, 25-17. We're back after this, set number two, as A-Town looks to keep their season alive here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we get ready for set number two, as the regional here at A-Town High School continues. Rover Williamsfield takes the first set, 25-17. A-Town looking to keep their season alive here, and we'll see how this second set plays out. Very competitive first set. A lot of long points, it felt like, in that first set. Both these teams were really battling. Now, one team in particular, and that would be Rover Williamsfield, they've got Sawyer Sechrist, and she is a weapon, to say the least. Sawyer herself had 6 kills in the first set to go along with 2 aces. So she pretty much single-handedly controlled that first set, although A-Town was able to go on a little bit of a run there down the stretch and keep things a little bit tighter. But we'll see. We'll see how this thing plays out here, if A-Town can keep Sawyer Sechrist off the stat sheet. But she's filling it up here already. 6 kills and 2 aces. Couple of kills in this one for Addison Bird. 1 kill each for Megan Erlacher. Let's see, Hannah Gehrig. And number 32, Haven Manning. Those are your stats for Rover Williamsfield. For A-Town, it's 3 kills here tonight for Sydney Teal. She is having an excellent night here for A-Town. 3 kills for her, 2 kills for Emma Gunther, 2 kills for Charlie Cox, 2 kills for Sophie Kern, and 2 kills, all by my count, by the way, for number 12, Avery Stiegel. I say by my count because my tally does not match up with the tally here at the gym, but I'm just going off of my instincts of what I know about volleyball here. So some of my, and what I've seen, I know some they've awarded points to the wrong players here on the scoreboard. That happens. We are human. Here's Sechrist. Oh, did she keep that one? And she did on the far side. Oh, my goodness. I want to talk about having a night. Sawyer Sechrist. I have broke this pencil more times than I can count. That is a point for Rova Williamsfield. It is 1-0. There's a reason I don't use pencils. That's all I had here tonight. Here's Sydney Teal off the block and down to the floor. Sydney Teal with an answer. Sydney up to 4 kills tonight. And now Sydney Teal will come in and serve it up. Tied at 1 here, second set. Teal serve just a hair long. Out of play. Another point goes to Rova Williamsfield. The Cougars now lead it 2-1. 7 kills on the night here for Sawyer Sechrist. Hannah Gehrig will serve it up here for the Cougars. And Ellie Pompeo will get that one back across. There's Sechrist again. Oh, she just basically punched that one here. Emma Gunther scrambling for it. And A-Town couldn't get it back over the net. That is out of play. 3-1 our score. And back to serve it up again here. Hannah Gehrig. Whistle and I think substitution. Stiegel, I think, back into the match. Maybe I'm wrong. As that one off of the basketball hoop. And that one right back down to the floor. That's just unfortunate. Unlucky there for A-Town, and it's 4-1. Another fast start here for Rova Williamsfield. That was the story in the first set. It's been the story in the 3 sets that we've seen these two teams face off, as that's going to be 4 hits, and the Tornadoes will pick up a point here, 4-2. Fast starts, though, by Rova Williamsfield. They get up 4-0, 4-1, stuff like that. I think that's been the case in every match, every set. That one blocked there at the net. Nicely done there. And then right there to set it up and hammer that one down is Sawyer Sechrist. But as I was saying, these matches have started out really quick, and if A-Town, you know, that's something I've noticed covering them throughout the ball game, throughout the season, I should say. If A-Town does not keep things close in the early going, things kind of just fall apart for them a little bit. That's kind of been the story of them, although they played really well the last couple of matches against Anawan and Havana, so we'll see if that remains the case. As Emma Gunther, 5-2, though, the start for the Cougars, as that one hammered. And that'll be a kill, I believe. If that was number 32, if my memory serves me right. That is Haven Manning. Manning just picked up another one. She's up to 2 here tonight. Jeremy, do I have a tally on missed serves? That's killing the Tornadoes tonight, he says. I do not have a tally on it, but you are definitely right on that. Giving the momentum right back to Rova Williamsfield. That has been the story, as there's another kill here for Haven Manning. Back-to-back kills and back-to-back points here for Rova Williamsfield. They lead at 7-2. Our scoreboard a little slow to update here. 7-2 now. There we go. Manning with 2 quick service, or excuse me, a service error right there. 2 quick points and kills by Haven Manning for the Cougars. But yes, Jeremy, I agree with you. Missed serves have kind of been, you know, the thing that has really killed A-Town all season long. They'll get on a run. They'll go on a 3-4-0 run, try to get that momentum back, and then, wouldn't you know, they give up a service error and the momentum right back on the other side. Trying to clean that up here tonight, though, as they're trying to keep their season alive, as that one led just a little too far towards the net. Unable to get that one over is A-Town, and it's 8-3. Rova Williamsfield, a very tough opponent, though. we should be in, if they go on to win this one, we'd be in for a good matchup here tomorrow night. But still a lot of volleyball to play here in this one. Gunther trying to get it over, unable to do so. And that one will fall to the floor here, 9-3 start. When will Coach Tinkham take a timeout? Oh, she's out of timeouts, beg pardon. So she will not take a timeout. Already used both timeouts in this match. I thought they reset after the first set, but maybe I'm wrong. Here's Sophie Kern, and once again, Sophie Kern sends that one just a little wide. Out of play, 10-3. Winner of this match will take on United tomorrow at 7. As there's another service error by Rova Williamsfield. We'll have a good matchup in the first one tomorrow night from here. Number 1 seed Brimfield takes on, I believe, West Central. West Central won last night, didn't they? Yep, West Central won, so it'll be West Central and Brimfield. Boy, that's going to be a good one. That is going to be a good one here, folks. We'll have that for you here on TSSR. As that one sent back up towards the rafters. This one's got to go across here for A-Town. It does. And Bird hammers that one out of play. Back-to-back points for the Tornadoes, who trailed 10-3 just moments ago. Now trail 10-5. Ellie Pompeo serves it up. Oh, nearly got an ace on that one. How in the world Sechrist was able to contort her body like that in order to keep that thing off the ground is beyond me. I know if I tried to do that, my body would snap in 5 different places. That one hits the floor. Another point for A-Town, a 3-0 run here for the Tornadoes. I know I'm old, but that's not the point. I know if I tried to bend my body the way Sechrist did on that last service, a lot of things would be in pain. Here's Bird getting that across. Here's Gunther. Gunther going to get the kill. Emma Gunther with her 3rd kill. And the run for A-Town continues. It's 10-7. Ellie Pompeo looking to keep this run going. As the lob serve, did that stay in? No, it did not. And there you go, Jeremy, another service error for A-Town, and that kills a 4-0 run, as A-Town was able to turn a 7-point deficit to a 3-point deficit. But now service goes back to the Cougars, leading by 4. Eliza Tucker serves it up. Teal. This one's got to go over. It goes over for Gunther. Oh, and that one nicely done there at the net. Hammered down by Addison Bird. She's got another one. She's up to 3 kills on the night for the Cougars. (12-7) the score as the service comes in. That's Tori Trotter. Oh, no, that is number 3. That's Eliza Tucker. I thought I saw number 2 for a minute. There's Erlacher. Erlacher picks up another kill. Her 2nd kill of the night for Megan Erlacher. And the lead grows back up to 6. It was down to 3, but now back up to 6. A 3-0 burst here for Rova Williamsfield. Setting it up and getting that one over to Sechrist. Dug out nicely by A-Town. Here's Kern. Kern will send that one over. Here's Erlacher now, and it's out of play. Out of play off the hands of the Cougars. Another point for A-Town. Lead down to 5. Sophie Kern serves it up. And, boy, that one nearly awkwardly hitting off of the Ella Riggs' hands. And here's Charlie Cox. And then that one sent over. Back over on 2 for Sydney Teal, and she sends that one a little wide. So the lead will stay at 6. And coming up to serve it up here is Addison Link. Link will serve it up now for the Cougars, as that one at the net. Oh my goodness, but a violation is called off of Sawyer Sechrist. She hit the net on her follow through, and you can't do that here in volleyball. And that gives the point right back to A-Town. Otherwise, it was going to be a kill, and the lead was going to be back up to 7. Here's Urlacher. Dug out nicely by Gunther. Stiegel. Tried to go for the kill right there. She's already got 2 here tonight. Gunther, a little tap over. Urlacher sent it right back over. And now, oh my goodness, that one coming back towards us here on the second level. That thing had some heat on it. Sawyer Sechrist said, all right, I didn't get it first time, I'll do it again. She's got another kill. She's up to 9 on the night. She had 7 the last time these two teams faced off. Sydney Teal. Ooh, a meet at the net. This one's got to go over, and they do, but a violation is called. A-Town was able to get it over, however, running into the net. 16-9. Cougars back up 7. Biggest lead here in the second set. Biggest lead of the match has been 8 so far for Roval Williamsfield. A-Town looking to keep their season going. Need to win this set. We're going to need to go on a big run if they hope to do that. Stiegel. Send it over. And then a battle at the net. Able to send it back over is Gunther. Good way to stay with it. Oh, that one dug out by Kern. Nicely done there as Teal. Another good back and forth. Another long point we're seeing here in this match. A lot of these here. Oh, that one. Stiegel's able to pop it up. Kern gets it back across. She sends it towards the back. Oh, and a miss hit right there. Aaron Welch. She tried to go for it and then just missed the ball. Happens to the best of them out there, I'm sure. 16-10. And now Sydney Teal gets that one in. A-Town trailing by 6. Gunther gets it to Stiegel. Sends it far side. And then off the block. Nice play there off of Sechrist. Stiegel will get it back over. A little tap over on 2. Dug out nicely by Gunther. This one's got to go back over, and Gunther gets up and sends it across. A little tap over again. Teal getting it up. Kern will send it across. Another good battle here. Sechrist. Oh, Sechrist down to the floor again. 10 kills on the night for Sechrist. And the lead is back up to 7, 17-10. A lot of long points, though, we're seeing in this match. A-Town's battling. Just not getting some lucky bounces here and there. As Macomb got that one across. Here's Stiegel off the block. Tap down at the net. Nicely done by Ellie Pompey. Oh, no, they say running into the net. So Roval Williamsfield. The official on the far side originally pointed to A-Town and then turned around and pointed right down towards Roval Williamsfield. 18-10 as Hannah Gehrig. This one's got to go over here. Sophie Kern going to do so. Biggest lead here in this match. Tied for the biggest lead. That one high into the rafters. Here's Pompeo. And there's Sechrist again, and boy, that one's just way too easy. Sawyer Sechrist up to 11 kills here tonight. I don't know how you stop her. I don't know how you stop someone like that. When she's on, she is on. She's been on here tonight, here in the regional. Charlie Cox gets that across. She also has 2 aces tonight, by the way, to go along with those 11 kills. Here's Stiegel off the block and out of play. Avery Stiegel having herself a good night. She's up to 3 kills. And with all the turnover that you are going to see on the A-Town side next year, the number of these girls graduating, Avery Stiegel is going to play a bigger role on this A-Town Tornadoes team next year. Here's Gunther getting it to Kern off the block. Sophie Kern, there she is. She's up to 4 kills now. Back-to-back points there for the Tornadoes. 2 very solid points right there. Rova Williamsfield winning set number 1, 25-17. A-Town looking to keep their season alive. Blocked, sent back across. Gunther to the back corner. And they'll send that one off the top of the net. Charlie Cox taps over to Kern. Sechrist. Here is Kern off the block. Dug out nicely there by Cox. And then Cox will send it over. There's Sechrist off the block and down again. 12 kills for Sechrist. 20-12 our score. Just 5 points away from a trip to the regional semifinals for Rova Williamsfield. And Sechrist, not nearly as hard a serve as we saw in that first set. She had 2 serves back-to-back that were like missiles. That one, a high off the block. Hannah and Manning, oh, and a battle there at the net. Right back over it goes, down to the floor. And the Cougars lead 21-12. Sechrist, that one a little bit harder, but that one a little bit farther. It goes out of play. A service error by Rova Williamsfield, and now 21-13 as Emma Macomb, the senior, will come in. Right-handed service there. A little tap back over. Here's Sophie Kern. She taps it over. No, Kern then an answer. And Kern will pick up the kill. Way to stay with it on that one there. Sophie Kern gets her 5th kill of the night. It's 21-14. As Macomb. Oh, Macomb with the service ace. She gets that one to fall in play. A whistle and a timeout for Rova Williamsfield. They want to talk things over here. A-Town trying to keep their season alive, looking to go on a run here. 21-15. The score. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are here in the second set. Rova Williamsfield just 4 points away from a trip to the regional semifinals, while A-Town looking to keep their season alive here and send this to a decisive 3rd and final set. 21-15. And Emma Macomb, who just picked up an ace just before that timeout, she'll come in and serve it up again. Macomb, service back in, or back underway. Here's Bird. Haven't said her name much here in the second set until now. Addison Bird out of the timeout. Gets that one down to the floor. It's 22-15. Bird is up to 3 kills by my tally. Scoreboard to my right says 4. Here's Sophie Kern off the block. Dug out nicely there by Sechrist. Cougars send it over, and Gunther taps it over. Here's Kern. Little love tap right back over. Oops, scrambling a little bit. And A-Town unable to get that one corralled as it will land on the floor. And it's 23-15. So this is as big as the lead has been on a number of occasions throughout the match here tonight. 8-point lead. Service comes in. Return goes over the net. This one's got to go over now for A-Town. It does by Teal. And trying to swing at that one is Sechrist, unable to save it. It's 23-16. I think Sechrist might have got the wind knocked out of her there for a second. She's up and ready to go. She made a dive for it here on this hardwood floor as Ellie Pompeo, her serve. Now Bird. Back over to Kern. Urlacher. Tried to get it dug out. There was Ellie Pompeo. She tried to do it with just one hand. That's all she had available there. Is that one out of play, and it's match point. Rova Williamsfield won the first set, 25-17. Substitution checking in, number 3. That's Eliza Tucker. And Tucker will go to the line and try to send the Cougars to the regional semifinals. There's Tucker's serve. Gunther gets it to Teal. Teal will send it across. Here's Bird. Tapped over. Nice play there by Gunther. And that'll keep this one going here. At least one more. Gunther going to pick up the kill. Gunther on the night with 4 kills for A-Town. She's having a pretty good night here. Sophie Kern serving it in. Match point number 2 here for the Cougars. Sechrist, that one dug out somehow. I have no idea how. Gunther, it's to steal back to Gunther, and they send it back across. Gunther taps it. Macomb. Here's Bird. Bird sends that one into the nets. And we'll play another. 24-18. A-Town not going quietly. Here's Sophie Kern. Looking to keep the Tornadoes season alive. Gunther sets up Teal. Teal to the backside. And that one down to the floor. Sydney Teal. 5 kills on the night for her, the senior. Here's Kern again. 24-19. As Sechrist will get that one over. Gunther taps it over on 2. There's Urlacher off the block. This one got to go over now for A-Town. It does for Kern. Tap over on 2. Here's Macomb. Macomb will get that one across here. And a scramble, and that one hits the floor. Another run. A timeout is called. Rova Williamsfield not liking what they're seeing here. 24-20. Quick timeout. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. After the timeout here, Rova Williamsfield, they've had match point for quite a while now. It was 24-16 a short time ago. But now A-Town has gone on a 4-0 run. Keeping their season alive here. They're going to need to keep that run going here and try to send this thing into a third set. As that one dug out nicely by the Tornadoes. There's Teal. And that one set up. Sechrist taps it over. Gunther. Now to Cox. Cox gets it over the wall. Gunther digs it up. 24-20. Here's Bird. Bird sends it near side. And that one will go to the Tornadoes. 24-21. Tried to do the sneak attack on the near side. Here's Kern. Her serve continues, and that one awkwardly off the hands of Sechrist. Out of play. Here come the Tornadoes. Service ace. It's 24-22. Kern will serve it up again. Ooh, a little miscommunication there. A couple players running into each other. That one blocked there in front by Teal. Here's Teal again. And Urlacher able to save that one. Urlacher going for it. And it's out of play. 24-23. Sophie Kern still serving. Rova Williamsfield, I think, is out of timeouts as well. Here's Kern, the serve. That one nearly dropped to the floor. Sechrist gets it across. That one sent over. One-handed tap. This one's got to go over for Rova Williamsfield. It doesn't! We're tied! We are tied at 24. This thing was 24-16. It's an 8-0 run for A-Town, and Kern serves it in. Here's Sechrist, and that one dug out into the rafters. Who's going to get it? It's saved. Gunther sends it over for A-Town. This one coming to the near side, dug out nicely by Gunther. Here's Charlie Cox, sends it down to the floor. Set point for the Tornadoes. Can you believe this? 25-24. This crowd is going nuts. It's going to go even crazier if they are able to win this set. Here's the serve. Kern. There, that one. Down to the floor, and finally an answer for Rova Williamsfield. Sechrist gets an answer. We're tied at 25. A 9-0 run for the A-Town Tornadoes comes to an end. We're tied at 25. What a rally. A-Town trying to save their season, send it to a third set. The winner will take on United tomorrow. Here's Cox. That one out of play. And once again, it's match point for Rova Williamsfield. They've had a number of chances to do so. Addison Link will try to send the Cougars to the regional semifinal. Gunther. Here's Cox. Off the block. That one tapped over. And that one out of play, and Rova Williamsfield's moving on. And who else would it be? That one, another kill for Sawyer Sechrist. She ends up with 14 kills here tonight. And what a run by the A-Town Tornadoes, but it's too little too late. Their season will come to an end here at the A-Town Regional. And Rova Williamsfield will move on. They will take on United tomorrow at 7 o'clock. What a match. As A-Town, they showed the heart right there. They didn't want their season to come to an end. They were down 24-16, several match points ahead of them. They came storming back and tied it at 24. They took a 25-24 lead. It was a 9-0 run. But then Rova Williamsfield comes back and scores the last three and gets the job done here. 25-17, 27-25. Wow, what a match. And that just kind of shows you how well A-Town was playing down the stretch here. If you've been following A-Town on TSSR all season long here, we do the home games here for A-Town Tornado Sports. And if you were watching down the stretch, they were showing a lot of fight in some of their matchups. You really saw it against Anawan. And then their match against Havana, they were playing some of the best volleyball that they'd played all year. And that was really on display here. I'll be here Thursday. Okay. But you're back tomorrow, right? Yeah. All right, sounds good. See you, Derek. That's our camera girl, Alyssa, calling it quits here tonight. But, boy, I tell you what, you saw it in that effort right there. They dug down. They went to another level there tonight and were able to send this thing into extra points. But they weren't able to send it into that extra set. And that was what they were trying to do here, keep their season alive, go into that third and final set. But they were unable to get the job done. But, boy, that was one heck of a run. 24-16 at one time. They took the 25-24 lead, just couldn't get the job done. And the final score here tonight, once again, 27-25, that is. Let's take a look at the numbers here before we sign off here on TSSR. What a night. What a night by Sawyer Sechrist. My goodness gracious. 14 kills here tonight for Sechrist to go along with 2 aces, and her dominance was really the story. I mean, when Rova Williamsfield needed her, and they're going to need her if they want to keep their season going. If they're going to go any further here in this tournament, it's going to be Sawyer Sechrist is going to be the key to success for the Cougars. 14 kills here tonight, certainly a good start as Sawyer Sechrist ends the night, 14 kills and 2 aces. Then you had 3 kills here tonight for Addison Bird, 3 kills also on the night for Haven Manning, 2 kills on the night for Megan Erlacher, 1 kill on the night for number 33, that's Hannah Garrick. And those are your stats there for Rova Williamsfield. For A-Town, it was a team effort. And again, when you had you struggled there in the first set, it had to be a team effort there in the second set. And boy, what an effort it was. Let's see, 4 kills on the night for Emma Gunther, 5 kills on the night for Sydney Teal. Boy, she played such good volleyball down the stretch this year. What an effort by Sydney Teal, the senior. Number 7, Charlie Cox, finishes with 2 kills here tonight. 1 ace on the night for Emma Macomb. 5 kills for Sophie Kern, the senior. And then Avery Stiegel finishes the night with 3 kills, all by my tally. And that is the stats there for A-Town. And it's been a fun year, been a fun ride here for A-Town. But again, the season will come to an end. Not the greatest year that they would have wanted, but still they showed a lot of promise. And next year is going to be a lot of change. A lot of these girls are not coming back because they're seniors. You're going to look, Emma Gunther's gone, Sophie Kern's gone, Emma Meekum's gone. You got Sydney Teal's gone, Ellie Pompeo's gone, and Taylor Larson, they are gone. And there's going to be a lot of change, but there's going to be some players looking to step up. Charlie Cox will be a senior next year. You got Avery Stiegel going to be a senior next year. But who's going to be able to step up? That'll be an interesting thing. Will some of those girls from the JV side make their way into the varsity roster and make an impact? And it's certainly going to be something to watch, and we certainly hope to be watching it next year, 2025, here at A-Town High School as the Tornadoes, again, their season comes to an end. It was a pleasure calling these games throughout the year. We had a lot of fun doing this, but our broadcasts are not done. Just because the Tornadoes are done, we are still going to be here as the entire regional continues. The regional back at it tomorrow here at A-Town High School. We'll have the call for you as Brimfield will take on West Central tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and then at 7 o'clock tomorrow, it'll be the 2 winners from tonight, United and Rova Williamsfield. And that 7 o'clock game, I am very excited for that one. That is going to be an excellent match between those two. So that'll be the semifinals tomorrow, and then the 2 winners of tomorrow night's matchup will be here on Thursday for the regional championship, which, again, we'll have for you here on TSSR. That regional championship gets underway on Thursday on Halloween night at 6 o'clock. So without further ado, until tomorrow, we'll take a sign off here. For our camera girl, Alyssa. My name's Wyatt Reed. Once again, final score here tonight. Rova Williamsfield, 2-0. They are moving on to the regional semifinals, 25-17, 27-25. Great second set there, and a great match between these two sides. Again, tomorrow, Brimfield takes on West Central, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. United takes on Rova Williamsfield. And we'll have those calls for you here on TSSR. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow here from A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois. You've been watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.